Well, Arsenal's serious interest in Moussa Diaby has been confirmed by Sami Mukbal coming in from the Daily Mail. He's one of the very credible journalists we have in the Daily Mail, and if at all he comes in through and obviously gives you the news, looks like it's great. And I think the Daily Mail has gone ahead to really gain a lot of trust with Sami Mukbal and Mike Keegan as far as Manchester United takeover is concerned, because he has gone ahead to really give us the news that we all wanted to hear about the takeover of Manchester United. Another one is Sami Mukbal, another huge journalist, coming in from Daily Mail, taking us through about the Arsenal summer plans on how they need a versatile attacker. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, we've been a little bit discussing some bit about Gabriel Jesus. Emmanuel Adebayor has emerged and really said things about Gabriel Jesus. Remember, Emmanuel Adebayor was one of the forwards that happened to score 30 goals a season for Arsenal and then crossed to Man City after being given a huge salary, and he really got out of Arsenal. Then later, things aren't going well for him, but obviously he had something to say about Gabriel Jesus and the forward line of Arsenal. And lastly, Arsene Wenger has come out and really given lots of hopes to Arsenal fans that if at all you don't win the trophy this season, maybe next season you'll be really in the ilk of lifting that trophy. So, Rokani David is my name. Subscribe to this channel and want us to see. We want this channel to hit close to 4,000 subscribers before we start the summer, because for the summer it's really going to be ridiculously huge, you know, bringing in news from all your teams apart from Manchester United, because United has an independent channel as United Matters channel. You can find me, that's Hyde, and I think we can really find ourselves in a position of really telling them that the trophy is going to go. I want the trophy to go to North London. That's it. I want the trophy to go to North London, but looks like Arsenal just laid down the tools. That's it. But let's get this started, and I want to see close to 200 likes on this video, guys. Let's smash it. Let's smash the like button close to 200 times. Now, Sami Mukbal, coming in from Daily Mail, is a chief football reporter, has told us that Arsenal will sanction a costly summer recruitment drive to close the gap on Man City. It is understood Mikel Arteta wants a new centre-back, possibly 2 central midfielders and a versatile attacker. That is what is going to let us know. And if I told you to take this serious, all what you should put a keen eye onto, all huge notice onto, is all about a versatile attacker. That's it. A versatile attacker means that he should be able to be playing onto the right, left, and lead the line. That is Mikel Arteta for you. And why is he going in for this? Because he knows that this season he has suffered a lot onto the right attacking side of the midfield and the center forward role, because he believes that he should get in a player who can play all those 3 positions at once. I think Gabriel Jesus can do that, but Gabriel Jesus just doesn't want to play wide. He just doesn't want to play wide. But in his entire game, he enjoys leading the line, though he drops in every position of the forward line of Arsenal. But Mikel Arteta looks like he has gone ahead to really find this man who can really play onto those positions very well. That is, Moussa Diaby has emerged as a lead target for Arsenal and is believed to be of serious interest. Mikel Arteta wants to add further depth to his attacking options, with Diaby likely to cost in excess of £50 million, but will face competition for his huge signature. That is it, coming in from Sami Mukbal. He's a chief reporter of the Daily Mail, and you know that if I told someone is a chief reporter, he will always come in through and really give you the story that has almost been approved. And for Moussa Diaby, I think Arsenal fans will welcome him with wide hands. Do you know why? With open hands. Do you know why? He is that versatile forward that you'll always talk about and want in your team. He can play as a left forward, right forward where Bukayo Saka plays, and he can play as a false 9. So, with his attributes that Arteta has been following him for so long, I think this is the season that Arsenal should sign this player. Huge competition from teams like Newcastle, because Newcastle might qualify for the Champions League. And if at all Newcastle qualifies for the Champions League, that will put Newcastle in a position of really spending huge and being so much attractive to such players. And with the plan of Arsenal of wanting to first sign 2 central midfielders first before they really sign in a central defender and that versatile forward, then Newcastle might hurry up and obviously sign this player. But teams like PSG are also interested, Tottenham Hotspur. So there is a huge queue of teams that are interested in signing Moussa Diaby, but it will depend on what speed Arsenal is going to use to sign its priority signings, that is Moise Caicedo and Declan Rice in the summer. And as soon as June 1st opens, the transfer window will be open. So we'll see what Arsenal will have to do for this player, but I like the player. I think the Arsenal team or scouting team has been on him for the previous 2-3 seasons. They know exactly what he brings on the table, and this season he has also gone ahead not to disappoint as far as his stats are really concerned, because last season he had a very good output in the Bundesliga. Last season he played 32 games, scored 13 goals and put up 12 assists, and this season he has played 29 games, 9 goals and 7 assists, meaning that he's 4 goals short to level the number of goals he scored last season and 5 assists short to reach the number of assists he made last season. And with the Bundesliga having some good number of games left, I think he'll find himself in a position of really hitting those numbers. 23 years of age, I think he really fits the profile or the exact profile of Mikel Arteta and the kind of players he wants to be having at his team as Arsenal. And I think he has gone ahead to really play in the Champions League this season. Played 6 games and scored 2 goals. In the UEFA Europa League, he played 6 and scored 3 goals, put up 1 assist. So he's that kind of player that if at all you are having him on the bench, he'll obviously cause a lot of havoc to the opponents. And we all know that Arsenal has been facing problems from Man City and competing with Man City at the same level. Do you know why? Arsenal have always found themselves in a situation of not having a very good bench. I think quality of the bench that Arsenal has is Jorginho and Trossard. And I think Jakub Kiwior also went ahead to show us some flashes of what kind of player he can be and how important it's going to be in the season of Arsenal in this final bend of the season, because it looks like Gabriel Magalhaes found himself injured and we might not see him in the game of Newcastle. So for Moussa Diaby, he's that kind of player that you will always want to be having at Arsenal. And let's wait and see whether Arsenal will go on and really sanction that move by paying £50+ million, as they will be in an ilk of really being able to spend £200 million. They won't violate the financial fair play. But a story came in through from Sam Mikbegen that Arsenal might not find themselves spending huge into the summer as they've always been doing, because the player salaries are going to increase. But the player salaries are increasing, but remember, Arsenal is going to add more 3 group stage games of the Champions League, and you know that tickets are always expensive. I fancy Arsenal to get out of the group stage of the Champions League. So Arsenal might find itself playing more 5 games of the Champions League. And obviously, those games are really expensive. And the more you progress, the more you progress in the later stages of the Champions League, the more money you make. So you might find Arsenal making some good amount of money from the Champions League, and just qualifying only gets you £50 million as a team. So I think Arsenal is really doing a great job, and let's wait and see how that's going to unfold. I think they're going to spend money. They're going to spend money because they've been spending on average of £130 million per season ever since Mikel Arteta came in through, and now this season they spent £121 million in the summer. The winter transfer window, they spent close to £60 million. So the entire season, Arsenal spent £200 million. And I think for all Mikel Arteta can be given £200 million in the entire summer, like 150. Sorry, if he was able to spend £150 million when he's not playing in Europe, so we're not playing in the Champions League, that means he can spend £200 million alone in the summer and spend some more £60 million in the January transfer window, because I think what enabled Arsenal to really go ahead and spend some good money into the January transfer window is because of their participation into the UEFA Europa League. Now this time around, they're going to be participating in the Champions League, and there will be need for them to really spend. And I think it's going to be a given for Arsenal to spend also. So let's leave that at that. Now, Emmanuel Adebayor, signed by I think Arsene Wenger around 2005, 2005, 2006. He was at Arsenal, scored some good number of goals, but later sold to Man City. He has gotten the following to say on Jesus. And he said, would actually be interested to see him play a season without any worries. His potential is huge. Then you would be able to see if he would be in the fight for the goal scoring crown. I honestly have no doubt about that, because he has always been capable of scoring goals. He's ice cold, and he needs fewer and fewer chances to score. He's on a very good path. He was talking to Fat Fanatico. So that is Emmanuel Adebayor for you. And I hereby come on to you, everyone who thinks that Jesus is wasteful. You don't know the game of football. How is he wasteful? Look at Haaland. The goals he scores, he misses some chances, but look at how Jesus has gone ahead to come back and how many goals has gone ahead to really score. This is why I fancy Adebayor, that he can be into the goal scoring crown. He can really go ahead and really become that man to score those goals. I think it's all about making him the main man. Like you see him play ever since he came back from injury. I think he has gone ahead to play against Fulham, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Man City, West Ham, Southampton, and Chelsea. He has gone ahead to play 8 games and has gone ahead to score 5 goals. I was talking to one of my transport men that I see Jesus scoring 15 goals this season. I see more 5 goals in him and some assists in him. So I think even Arsenal has put itself in a situation of not putting the blame on Jesus. Jesus is not the problem at Arsenal, because goals have always been going in, but the defense has always been the problem. So next season, I think Arsenal is going to be so much confident, and Jesus is going to find himself in a situation of really killing off games and scoring very many goals. If at all he had not gotten himself injured, I think he would have already scored 20 goals in the Premier League only. That's it. So I've seen people coming out and really throwing all sorts of tantrums to Jesus, but I think Jesus is a different kind of player altogether that will always take you to the next level that you deserve, especially if at all the creativity improves and Arsenal having lots of threats, like you're having Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Jesus. That means you just have lots of players that can really provide a lot for your team. So I agree with Adebayo that he's ice cold, and next season is going to be one of those seasons that he should come in through and compete for the golden boot, because Haaland has gone ahead to take the battle for the boot to the next level. Right now, he's going ahead to score 35 goals, and Harry Kane is next to him. He has scored 10 goals less than the player, so that will call for Jesus to score close to 30 goals plus to really compete for the league, because for the golden boot, because Haaland is going to be here and he's going to go ahead and really score the same number of goals, plus even more, if at all Man City remains the same. Now, Arsene Wenger has gone ahead and really said the following. I think we have in every position of the player, of the team, a player who has the quality to deliver the trophy. If it's not this year, it will be next year. The quality is there, and the team is especially going forward very young. I like the way they play well together, and all the ingredients are there. That is Arsene Wenger talking to Sky Sports about what Arsenal is all about. And I think he's really so much on point. To me, I had predicted that Arsenal will win the trophy in the season of 2024-2025. And Arsene Wenger is talking about this season or next season. This season is still possible. If Arsenal continue to win all their games and Man City drop one game, I think it will really pile more pressure onto Man City. And we don't know whether it can do the same to Arsenal to create more pressure to Arsenal, because every time pressure has been amassed on Arsenal, especially in the final bit of the season, Arsenal's going to hate to crumble. But I think Next season, it's really going to be a highly competitive season. I think it's going to be the most highly competitive season ever in the Premier League history, because Arsenal would have fully charged, United fully charged, Liverpool fully charged, Chelsea fully charged, Man City fully charged. Newcastle will charge too. We don't know whether Spurs will. So I think the top 6 is really going to be so much interesting, and whoever will really put the guard down will find himself out of the race. So I think Arsenal are really a very good team, and I think Arsene Wenger is going to have to give them the props that they really deserve. So guys, your thoughts on to Arsenal having serious interest in Moussa Diaby are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about Emmanuel Adebayor's thoughts about Jesus this season and next season? And then Arsene Wenger calling out Arsenal to win this trophy all next season. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you later. May the living true God protect you, and may him see you thrive in everything that you really put your hand on. Not so? Rokani David is my name. We are out, guys, for now, but we are returning very, very soon to talk a little bit about Mokalo Modric, on how he got an Arsenal fan arrested and how he's expected to fire all cylinders next season, because he has a little bit of talent in him that when you see him really running over players, you understand that if at all he gets a good manager, he will go ahead and really cause havoc to the back lines of these teams in the Premier League. Bye-bye.